All right, you guys saw the last episode, hopefully, and you know that I'm taking a slightly new approach with this Cincinnati Reds team. We're embracing the Moneyball concept, and that's, finding players that maybe don't seem super valuable, but can be a big part of our team. And last episode, if you didn't watch it, would recommend watching it. We brought in 2 new players. We brought in Max Kepler, who is currently injured. Okay. Broken ankle. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. But yeah, broken ankle. Great. So he's going to miss a month. And then we also brought in Yandy Diaz, who really is having a great year. He gets on base. He's regressing for some reason, because I guess he's 31, and he can't play anymore. But Yandy Diaz, man, I have high hopes for. And he's playing really well. However, pitching continues to be a problem. Alexis Diaz is having a great run, though. He's actually starting to pitch a lot better. So we might have a closer. We're on a win streak for a reason, but we need more arms. TJ Antone, by the way, having a pretty good year, although barely pitching. Why is TJ Antone not getting opportunities? He's our setup guy, but they're going to Lucas Sims about twice as often. We could move TJ Antone or Lucas Sims, I guess. Swap with like a middle relief, but none of these guys really have stamina. Let me see the trade block. Where's the value here? Danny Jansen's having a good year. Wouldn't really be too valuable for us. I think acquiring a pitcher is going to be what we do. And Cal Quantrill would be an interesting option. 28 years old. He throws strikes. 75 walks per 9 is a pretty good rating. Hits per 9 and K per 9 are both going up. His whip here is at 1.22. That's pretty good. ERA is fantastic at a 2.39. Cal Quantrill could be somebody. Doesn't really allow a lot of home runs. He could be somebody we look to target. That's an option. Bruzdar is also a decent option. Gratterall throws gas, but doesn't really seem to be walking anybody. 81 walks per 9 rating. 1 walk in 27 1/3 innings. And he's on the trade block. And the teams interested are in the division. And our division, in the Cardinals case. How do we get Bruzdar? That's going to be the guy. Give me a suggestion. Austin Hendrick. Maybe. There are a couple of trades in here. Jonathan India, no. TJ Friedel. I like that. Spencer Steer, maybe. Matt McClain, I kind of want to hold on to. And then a package of TJ Antone, who's pitched well for us. Carson Spears, Brian Ray. I think I'm going to go ahead and trade TJ Friedel for Bruzdar Gratterall. We continue to make trades. They're on the trade block. We're going to try and take advantage of that. He's our new highest rated reliever, not including closing pitchers. And he's just someone that's going to throw strikes for us. And obviously this year, limit runs. That's exactly what you want out of a reliever. What about Jaime Barria? ERA just over 3. He's only a 70 overall. But again, walks per 9 is pretty high. His whip is pretty low. I feel like he's done a pretty good job this year. Only 26 years old. See, potential is not great. But that's an option. But I think I'm going to make a move for a starter. And Yanni Chirinos is kind of like, I don't know, an in-between between a starter and a reliever. We could put him in a long relief role. But I think he could be pretty effective for us as a starter. Another year of arbitration after this. So we would have him essentially for 2 years. I think this could be a pretty good pickup for us. I don't think Lucas Giolito is going to be a viable option for us. But Yanni Chirinos, maybe. What would we have to trade? Same type of thing. Austin Hendrick. Christian Encarnacion Strand could be an option. Matt McClain, Jonathan India, Spencer Steer. No. And then a similar package that we saw earlier. This time it's Michael Ciani, Nick Plummer, Sam Benschkoder. Schroeder. I don't know how to pronounce that. I kind of like that. A couple of decent prospects for a decent pitching option. I think we got the better of them on that trade. And then we could put Luke Weaver in a long relief role since he's kind of struggling as a starter this year. That's an option. Luis Sessa's done well. But Luke Weaver's kind of like the odd man out here. So 2 new pitchers have been acquired, which means we have to do a little bit here with our roster, setting guys up and down. We actually have spots in every level of our team. AA, AAA, and single A, we'd move somebody up. But we traded TJ Friedel, which is kind of a mistake given our current outfield depth. Jake Fraley's going off, by the way. Plus 7 contact left. His fielding's getting better. We might have found a gem with Jake Fraley. I could see him being a franchise-type player for us, as crazy as that sounds. If he continues to get better and he's into the 80s, I don't know if that's feasible, but B Potential says it probably could be. If he gets to like 79, 80 overall, I mean, that's a player we absolutely do not need to upgrade. He's played great. It's another guy who gets on base. Discipline's pretty high. He's hitting for a good average this year. I think Jake Fraley is going to be really good for us. Austin Hendricks hitting pretty well at AAA this year. Did we consider calling him up? I think we could. My only concern is it's a little bit too early for him. Need him to develop more. I'll tell you what. I want to look for an outfielder. And here's what I want. I looked for discipline last time. That would be great if I could get, you know, a good discipline rating. Yeah, I'll search that minimum, we'll say like 60. But I want also their fielding to be good. Let's get somebody who can really run out there. And I know it's going to seem wild, but the player I'm going to settle in on here, Dylan Moore's got 99 stealing. The player I'm going to settle in on here is Ryan McKenna. I thought about Miles Straw, but I just think he's going to be too expensive. You look at his contract, and it continues to get more and more expensive. I don't want control of Miles Straw for, you know, 5 years. I think that's bad. But Ryan McKenna is somebody that's very cheap, not especially good, but having a decent year in a very small sample size. He plays good defense. He runs pretty well. His discipline's fairly high. So I think we could have, you know, like a shocking amount of value out of Ryan McKenna, and it's not going to take pretty much anything to get him. I'm not trading Lucas Sims. Joel Cannell and Ivan Johnson. That's the one. That's the one. Cannell does pitch for us, but we just got Gratterol. Don't necessarily need him. So we can trade Cannell. And I know Ryan McKenna doesn't seem like a great option, but while Max Kepler's injured, to just get good defense and speed in the outfield with somebody that could actually draw a walk, there are probably worse starters to have, but he could be a sneaky little hidden gem for us. Noelvi Marte continues to struggle down here in the minors. Not going to promote Encarnacion Strand. Matt McClain's the one where I'd probably consider a call up to AAA, or promotion, I'll say. But is anyone blocking him at shortstop? Not really, just Richie Martin, and it'd be Ellie De La Cruz who's playing third base for us, who is still struggling. But yeah, maybe that's the move. Let's promote Matt McClain to AAA, see if he continues his stretch of playing really well. We're going to call Chad Pinder back to the Major League club. We got to add him to the 40-man first, though, which might require dropping somebody. Oh, no, we have 27. 27 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. I think, yeah, we had an extra spot. That's a lot of math to do quickly for me, but I think it was 38. But yeah, 38. Pinder to MLB. He's just a good utility option to have. I thought that we needed another position player over a pitcher. So the Chad Pinder call, it makes sense. Hits lefties pretty well, regressing pretty hard, but he's a platoon option for us, if nothing else. We could use another outfielder at AAA. That is a definite. Remove Jay Allen to AAA. I think it's a good spot for him. He could end up being a major league player for us, I guess. He looks pretty similar to Ryan McKenna, to be honest. So maybe Jay Allen's a player we can develop. I didn't realize he was only 20. Potential's only a C. But Jay Allen could actually be decent for us. I'm going to move Edwin Arroyo up to AA. I think that's a good spot for him. We still have a couple of spots at both. I want to move some single guys, or single A guys up. Cam Collier will make his AA debut. We just need more outfielders at AAA. Brian Ray, we can promote. All right, a lot of roster moves, but I think we've put our team in a better position to win, and we're already not doing terribly. I know Ryan McKenna seems like a weird starting option, but he is the best one right now. Kevin Newman's on fire? How is that possible? All right, Kevin Newman's going to start it short for us, I guess, while he's on this hot streak. CPU reordered the lineup a bit. I don't mind Yandy as a leadoff, and it seems to be working right now. I think Jake Fraley's going to hit cleanup for us, though. Kevin Newman leadoff against lefties kind of seems wild, but he's really excelled in that role. Maybe we'll just leave him there. I don't know. Chad Pinder can play against lefties as well. Stevenson's got to figure it out. He's cold right now. Don't like that. You got to be locked in. You got to lead this team. He's having a very, very similar year now to his in real life 2022. But India is obviously way too low in this lineup. So I might go not Chad Pinder at second. Chad Pinder DH probably. Now, Kevin Newman can't lead off. Like, what's your on base? 327. Kevin Newman cannot lead off. India, Diaz, Stevenson, even though Stevenson was so good in the 2 spot for us. And then Will Myers, Fraley, and then we can go Newman, probably Pinder, Steer, McKenna. McKenna's a good 9-hitter. We'll just leave him there. Yanni Chirinos will join the rotation. Luke Weaver to long relief. And then Bruzdar to middle relief. Although he would be a decent setup man for us. And I'm going to move Lucas Sims to middle relief as well. I think we'll see what happens. I wish I could say, hey, use this guy more. But they just don't do that all the time. Maybe I'll go Bruzdar setup. But I want those guys to pitch more often. And then Ferguson's got to be middle relief. A lot of changes, but we are doing whatever it takes to compete. And I know the team is still far away. I get that. But we really haven't, like, traded away a ton of our farm. You know, guys that I would consider trading, like, unfortunately, Noel V. Marte is just not performing. Maybe Edwin Arroyo, I don't know. Probably couldn't trade Ellie De La Cruz. It would just sting too much. Cam Collier, maybe. Like, I could trade some of these prospects, but we pretty much still have all of our best prospects. Now, the only thing is I did trade someone, Andrew Abbott, that's pitching really, really well in the minors in real life. But this isn't real life. He wasn't going to feature. Cam Collier makes his double-A debut and is injured. Although that's only for a little bit. Interesting game. Ryan Presley going for the save. Ryan McKenna with a home run, by the way. A stolen base and 2 walks. That's pretty good. Dude, nobody wanted Ryan McKenna. We found a star. I don't know. We'll see about that. But we're going to jump into the game here. Jake Fraley up to hit against Ryan Presley. Top 9. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a ribby today. We need him to get on base. We are on the road at Minute Maid. They got the roof open too. Kind of a rarity at times, it feels. How hot it gets here in Houston. Marcus Simeon's on pace for 51 homers. Goodness. Oh, that slur was nasty. All right. Hadn't seen that yet. Wish I hadn't. Oh, that's a hanger. Why is that a check swing? Joey Votto goes down looking, I guess. Early timing just, he just didn't continue the swing somehow. Will Myers keeps us alive, though. Base knock in a left field. We're not dead yet. Oh, Jesus. Can I go one video without everything having to come down to this guy? Kevin Newman, and I'm so early. And you know what? It's because I hate Kevin Newman. I'm trying to be realistic for the series, even after those trades. And Kevin Newman realistically can't get a hit. Kevin Newman to shallow center. That one's going to drop. We're going to hold Will Myers at second. Runners on first and second, if you can believe it, after a Kevin Newman hit. Basically impossible. And Ryan McKenna is up to the plate. Walk, solo home run, and walk. Will Benson's up next, if we can get to him. Ryan McKenna, we need a hit. Or a walk would work. What do we have on the bench? You might want to get a reliever to up. What do we have on the bench? Not really anything. It's going to just have to be Ryan McKenna here in center. You got to stay out there. You got to get a hit. Base hit could tie the game. And that's strike 2. Perfectly placed slider from Ryan Presley. He can pretty much do anything here. Ryan McKenna gets into one, though. This is hit deep to center field. Center fielder going back, makes the play at the wall. Astros win. Ryan McKenna put a charge into that one, and Michael Brantley, playing center, tracked it down. Perfect, perfect. Can't get a whole lot better than that. McKenna gave it his all. Kevin Newman homered in this game. What's happening? Oh, no. Save spot. Bases loaded. Jose Altuve at the plate. Alexis Diaz, who started to get a little bit better. You can see we have 69 home runs. Nice. But it's also 28th out of 30. So that's actually not nice. But we're not really building around power. We're building around getting on base and finding a way to win. And we're in one of those spots now against the Astros. Diaz versus Altuve. Let's go right after him. Let's challenge him. Fastball right down Broadway, strike one. Altuve couldn't catch up. Challenge him again. If we hit him, the game's tied, though, so we can't do that. We're going to try to locate the slider. That should be a swing. Altuve offered. Diaz can't find the zone. Kyle Tucker's coming up. We just got to give him something to hit. And there it is. Base hit past India, into the outfield. Runners attempting to score. Here's the play at the plate, out by a mile. Michael Brantley, I don't know what you're doing trying to run on that. Not even that great of a throw from Will Myers. Guns him easily. And we are going to extra innings. Chad Pinder got the call up. Got that Manfred man. Shout out to the band, Manfred man. But on second base, the ghost runner is standing. Pinder, base hit back up the middle, off the second base bag. That's going to keep the run from scoring. The one spot that could stop that single from giving us the lead was actually bouncing off the bag. Kevin Newman is forced to stand on third base. Runners on the corners. And this could be a tailor-made double play. There's one. There's two after the tag. Newman didn't run on it. And we're going to get screwed. We are going to get absolutely screwed. Look at Ryan McKenna, though. All Ryan McKenna does is hit. A 3-for-4 day. Pair of singles in that. And we need him to be the hero. Flew out deep to end our last game. And flies out to center here. Coming on is Chas McCormick. He'll make the play. Diaz can't find the zone. I mean, these are not even competitive pitches. Don't really know what you do here. And that's what he does. Deep to left field. And that is into the Crawford boxes. Kyle Tucker, walk-off home run. Diaz wild in the zone, wild out of the zone. If you try to even put it near a corner, it's not even close to the strike zone. Try to throw a strike. Guess what? That's what happens. Yandy Diaz, 2 doubles. Kevin Newman homered. I don't know how he's doing this. Big blown save. Or I don't even know if you'd call that a blown save for Diaz. No, it was, because we pitched Altuve. Big blown save and then a loss for Diaz. We probably should have yanked him. He was terrible. And Nick Lodolo's injured. I'm sick of these injuries, man. Cam Collier torn Achilles. Is this guy made of glass? Unreal. 60-day IL. And here we go. Nelson Lamet on the mound. Will Benson at second base. Hunter Green had a decent start for us. 7 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts. Only 1 earned run. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome start. Ryan McKenna 0 for 3 and has to be the hero yet again. Hasn't worked to this point, even though he's had good games. Has not been able to be that hero. Hopefully, he finally comes through. 0 for 3, only 1 for 7 in this series. You are him, Ryan McKenna. This is the opportunity. This is your chance. Get on base or drive in Will Benson. Those are the 2 options. Out, not a possibility unless Will Benson gets a third. Ground ball. Benson going to third. Rocky's going to take the out at first base. McKenna does the job, though. Pushes Benson over, and it's going to be Kevin Newman. He is 7 for 13 in this series. Is Kevin Newman just a beast now? 1 for 3 today. They brought the infield in. That's not a strike. Ground ball. Going home. Here's the play at the plate. Benson running on contact. Gunned at home. Newman just didn't do enough there. Yandy Diaz got a little seeing eye ground ball base hit. Runners on first and second for Tyler Stevenson, who was 0 for 4. Average under 300, and that will continue. Line out right to second base, and we have more extra innings baseball. Luke Weaver in the game. 40 pitches deep. He's in a pretty good spot, though. I think we're going to warm up Bruzdar and Lexus Diaz. Need him to not blow it. Thinking a bunt. Tovar tried to lay one down to get the runner over, but you'd be getting him to third with 2 outs. I don't know why you'd want that, really. A base hit probably scores him off second base anyway. Kind of a stupid bunt spot. And now we could walk Charlie Blackmon if we wanted to. And I think we're going to. Put a force at second base, so we have a little bit more flexibility. Chris Bryant doesn't hit righties quite so well. What's his clutch, though? Only a 34. So we are in a really, really good spot to hold it here. Chris Bryant shouldn't be able to do anything. This is a really good matchup for us. He's hitting 101 with runners in scoring position this season. We're going right after him. Pop up. Stevenson underneath. That's going to end this first half of the 11th. Got to walk it off. Let's do it. Jake Fraley against a lefty I don't like, but they're not letting me make a change. He's having a fantastic season, by the way. 1 for 3 today. If we get a good pitch to hit, maybe we'll swing. Ooh, that's a good pitch to hit. There's a ground ball. It's off the first base bag. Fraley's a hero in Cincinnati. Here comes the run. It is all over. Jake Fraley walk-off single off the first base bag. He is mobbed by teammates around first base. And he continues an exceptional season, and they're posing for the camera. Crone can't believe it. What a finish here in Cincinnati. Jake Fraley, lefty. Base hit to win it. Got a little bit fortunate for that to skip off the bag, but you'll take what you can get. Another game-ending situation. Only 7 hits for us in this one, but have scored 3 runs, and a lot of them late. First run came in the 5th. Similar story for Atlanta, who scored 3 runs in the 8th. I wonder who blew the game for us. Stevenson with a home run in this game already. You know, it's funny. We are 28th in home runs as at the plate, but we are 8th in on-base percentage. And I would take that trade-off. You know, you don't necessarily want to live and die by the long ball like a team like the Yankees, for example. And Stevenson is a heck of a player. He's going to have to start a 2-out rally for us. Anderson going right after Stevenson. Count 0-2 already. Stevenson connect on something. That's a tough pitch. Two-seamer right on the black, and the Braves win. We're playing better baseball, though. Playing better baseball. TJ Antone got shelled, and he's pitched so well. Will Benson with a homer in this one, too. Kind of interesting. 33-45. We're 1-9 in our last 10. Are we not playing better baseball? We went on a nice winning streak, and we just keep losing these close games. 4-5, loss. 6-7, loss. 7-9, loss. 3-5. These are all 2-run games. Another one against Atlanta. I do think we're playing better. I do. The wins, you know, they're just kind of going back the other way now, unfortunately. We're trying to find, you know, great prospects, and I mean, we're struggling a bit. Steve Diaz is an interesting option. Switch hitting first baseman. Could be a Joey Votto replacement. Might have good potential. Looks like he's going to have pretty high contact in the future, as well as decent power, good vision, and discipline. Steve Diaz could be an intriguing option. Kevin Newman does not have a 25-game hitting streak. What are you talking about? Jonathan India with a great game today, by the way. How does Kevin Newman have a 25-game hitting streak? It's Kevin Newman. What? All right. Well, it's top 8. He is hitless in this game, facing Kyle Bradish. Newman has a 295 average, OPS near 800. That's a great year for Kevin Newman. His OPS is about 100, maybe 150 points too high. Kevin Newman, I mean, shocked the world. Everyone wanted him gone. I said he sucks, but I want to keep making fun of him because it's funny. We kept him around, and now he's a beast. I don't know what's happening. And that's right back up the middle. The hit streak is extended. Newman rips a single to center field. And we could look for a 2-out rally to extend our lead here late in the game. Yandy Diaz, what a phenomenal acquisition that's been. Hitting .335 with an OPS near 900. And we're, of course, going to be running on this pitch. What can Yandy Diaz do? It's going to be a little flare right at the first baseman. And we end up winning 7-4, 2 runs in the 9th. Stevenson had a home run and a double. A home run for India. Will Myers went yard. Luis Sessa pitched fairly well again. Jesus Luzardo on the Orioles now. Yeah, some of the trades the CPU makes are really, really awful. I can't really do much about it. Is what it is. Kevin Newman continuing the hit streak. I mean, this is crazy. 26 in a row. That's a long way to go before you reach Joe DiMaggio territory, but that's pretty incredible. Another offer, though. Hanger. Oh, Kevin. Good timing, too. How do you foul that off? How do you foul that off? Negative 164 degrees on the launch angle. It's a hanging curveball with good timing on the swing. Kevin. It's another base hit. Okay, whatever. He said, I'm not going to swing at anything where I can fly out to left. I want to just shoot it right back up the middle. You know what they say, there's no defense for a single right back up the middle. Which is like the dumbest saying when the shift was so popular. As this ball is hit fairly well. Deep left field. Left fielder camped underneath it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But Kevin Newman extends his hit streak miraculously to 26 games. And with Diaz on the mound here, he's going to have to get through Colton Cowser, runner on first. You could technically allow a home run here and we wouldn't lose, but Newman coming on, fading to his right, throw crossbody, game over. Reds win again. And Kevin Newman, he's got some magic going right now. Awesome start for Hunter Green. Are you kidding me? No earned runs in 7 1/3. Only struck out 3, did walk 4. But another great start. Austin Hendrick fractured leg? Dude, what's happening? What's happening? Kevin Newman, 28-game hit streak. All right, we'll jump in, I guess. We actually are 2nd in the league in strikeouts? How is that possible? Newman again holding that like 778 OPS. I think it was 777 last time we saw. Yu Darvish going pretty deep into this game. Very easily could see this being the last AB Kevin Newman gets. Although it's not for sure, but there's a big chance that it could be. Ground ball at 3rd base. The hit streak could finally be over. Matching his jersey number, 28 in a row. We did get on the board, though. Who knows? Maybe not. Might get another AB. Ground ball, double play ball. Newman screws it up at first. Or can't even get an out. Not at first, obviously, but at first, his chance to get that. Could have turned a double play. And we might be blowing the game open here. Only down by 2. That's striking distance, you'd say. But it could be a lot worse than this. We need to turn 2 here. I don't even know that we're going to get 1. Everybody's safe. What's happening in Cincinnati? Bad things. Yeah, Diaz blew the game. And Newman with another error. It wasn't even on Diaz, man. He got pitches to get outs. Hopefully, those are not going to be charged to Alexis Diaz. We're down 7-1 now. Although bases loaded, bottom 9, 1 out for Kevin Newman at the plate. Darvish still in the game. A base hit could be huge here. I don't know. 28-game hit streak. I thought it was going to be over. He's got a chance to extend it and put us back in this game. Take a walk, though. 3-0 to Kevin Newman. Darvish over 100 pitches. Playing for the walk, though. And there it is. Hit streak is over, but that gets a run in, and suddenly it's 7-2. Draft day is 6 days away. But that'll be in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. But that will do it for this episode. Tony Santion did not do what he needed to do. But that is the end of the episode. 36 and 51. We're starting to struggle a little bit here. We had a good stretch at the start of June. But obviously, the end of the month was not kind to us. A lot of close losses. We didn't really do enough with Kevin Newman's 28-game hit streak either. But I think Yanni Chirinos has pitched fairly well for us. Really enjoy what he's done. Where's Bruzdar? Still got a 1.17 ERA. Incredible whip. He's been awesome. Diaz, still struggling. You know, it might be a case of Bruzdar becomes the closer. Finally, Noel V. Marte is hitting well. 413 in June. Also, 5 RBIs. I like that. Matt Reynolds is hitting really well. Andy Fisher, I don't know. Connor Overton, these aren't, like, super important players. Stevenson's getting hot again, maybe. I thought Matt Reynolds was not 32. I will say that. That doesn't really mean a whole lot to me now. Also, look at Chad Pinder. Got the call up and is raking. 382. India's cooled off a bit, but that's a fantastic start to his 2023 here in the big leagues. But draft day is going to be big. That's the next episode. 36 and 51, not where we want to be, obviously. But we're seeing some encouraging things from the team. We got a long way to go. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.